Hello and welcome. My name is Janelle Thomas and this tutorial will feature the Learning Express Library. Learning Express Library is a free database to any Michigan resident. The subscription is paid for by the Library of Michigan. It is accessible online through the Michigan Electronic Library's webpage, which is available at www.mel.org. Before we begin, just a little background on the Learning Express Library. The Learning Express Library is a free resource and it is copyrighted by Learning Express LLC, offers more than 800 online practice tests and interactive skill-building tutorials, and 130 ebook titles, all developed by LLC's academic and industry professionals. The beauty behind the Learning Express Library is it's a comprehensive, searchable database with seemingly unlimited resources for any age or any education level. Researchers can search by education level, such as elementary, middle, high school, or college level resources, or by educational topics such as GED preparation, or workplace skills improvement, or even computer skills, or how to obtain U.S. citizenship. Users can search for tests, courses, or ebooks, and there's no fee charged for this service here in Michigan. As long as you have a valid Michigan driver's license or carry a valid library card at any MEL participating library. So let's go ahead and get started. We begin here on the Michigan Electronic Library's webpage. You can just hit mel.org. You actually do not have to type in that entire address. Once here, we will click on MEL Databases. And we will scroll down. These are all listed in alphabetical order. We want the Learning Express Library. And so we'll click that open. And here I can log in using either my library card or my driver's license. I'm going to use my driver's license number because it is a little bit faster than choosing my library card and typing in the rest of that information. Barcodes are rather long. And now here we are. I should also mention too that this is also, sometimes you don't have to actually log in to see this information. If you are using an on-site computer at your public library, that is often how they have their MEL account set up, so that it will just open up and you don't have to log in. Here we can see we have successfully opened the database, so let's take a few moments to see what we are looking at. If you follow my cursor, we can see we are immediately greeted by the database. And over here, to the left, we can see all our different learning centers that we have to choose from within this database. And if you look to the right, you will see news at the Learning Express Library, and also some helpful links, a help center, guided tour for those who are unfamiliar. You can see that here with this news section that if there is a topic of interest you have been searching for, you can stay abreast of those updates because they keep them fairly updated. But we're going to start on the register button and pretend that we are new users. Now I have already created my own login, but you can see here a very simple form to register. The only requirement is to create a username and password, but a valid email address is advisable in case you should forget your password. You can see here that there's also a helpful guide to help somebody who doesn't have an email account create one. And you can see down here again there is additional help resources, including a phone number and email address. I'm going to assume everyone here is familiar with email and how to make a quick registration account. So we're going to go back to the home page and log in using my already created account. So now we're logged in and we're ready to go. So let's begin by looking at a few of the possibilities here in the library the different library centers, and we're going to start with just looking quickly at the elementary school center. We can see here we have math skills improvement, If we click on that link, it will open up to the different e-tests that are available. Once again, in each one of these tabs, these are all the library or learning centers, and they all have different tests, courses, and ebooks to choose from. And you can see here that this really is not Michigan specific. We have, Texas and California practice test as well, stuff that's geared for those states in particular. If we look at the reading skills improvement, we can see the same thing. And let's just look at the traditional 4th grade reading practice link, and we'll click that open. And now here are all the different reading practice e-tests that I can add to my center. And this is why we created our account login. It's because we have our own My Centers, and we can save any of these courses, ebooks, or e-tests to our centers. We'll show you what that looks like. Also, if you click here on these individual links, it will tell you different things, such as how many questions it has, if it's timed or untimed. If it sounds interesting, you can add it to your center and then take those tests as you would like, or take those courses as you see fit. We can see now that this test is in my learning center. My center is also located a link here in the upper right hand corner. I can go there as well, or if I want to start taking this test now, I can click that. So let's just take a moment and check out My Center. We will click that link open, and here we have different tests and courses, and well, I don't have any courses, but here's an ebook. I can download that and choose to read it now. I can also choose to start any of these or to continue from a test that I had tried before. Let's go ahead and click one of those open and see what happens. And now here you can see my test instructions, and I can hit start. And so here we have our test, and we can take it if we'd like. We can score our test, decide to finish later, ask for additional instructions, and we see once again here that it is untimed. So we're going to finish later. And that takes us back here again to My Center. You can also see here on the right hand side each one of these test courses and ebooks. We can keep them in here as long as we want until we choose to delete them. Now, each learning center gets a bit more comprehensive as we go up. Here in the middle school tab, we can see that we now have additional subject matters: high school entrance exams preparation, writing skills improvement. So it goes up as the education level does. But what if I don't want to take practice tests, and what if I'm searching for knowledge because I'm not doing well on tests, so I need help obtaining my GED? You can see up here the different learning centers for that as well as U.S. citizenship. If I am looking for assistance on that, there is U.S. citizenship preparation that I can use. And when this opens, you can see here that it is also available in Spanish, some of the information. So that is helpful as well. Now, it seems simple so far, right? But what if I need help? If I look to the left again, I see here some different help options. Now, these are not links, but if we visit the Library Help Center, we can open that up. And here we have different help topics that we can go to for assistance. And once again, we can always contact them with their contact information. Now, what if I'm looking for specific information and don't know which learning center to visit? I can access the search tool here in the upper right hand corner. That is always there. Take, for example, if I need help with my algebra, I would type in algebra. And here are my search results for that. I can choose any of these and add them to my center. And anytime I can retake a practice test, which the frequently asked questions section states is actually good practice. but the test will remain unchanged. Test results can be printed out easily by choosing File Print if your computer has a working printer connection, and all scores are private and accessible only through your login. All practice tests are based on real exams in order to help people in a real-world setting. In fact, nearly the entire interface is geared for users in the real world. It's simple to find the basic information with one exception. No help information is provided for users who are searching for specific information. If we take again our algebra search query, say we need help with quantitative theory, but we don't really know much more than that. We can type in algebra and quantitative and see what comes up. But if we say we didn't know how to spell quantitative, or we couldn't quite remember if it was quantitative or qualitative, there's no additional help. You can scroll throughout this entire website and not receive any assistance with your keywords or advanced searching options. There's not cloud-based search results. There is really no simple way to narrow our search terms unless we use a separate thesaurus, such as ERIC, which can render this a much more difficult task for someone who is unfamiliar with keywords and using thesauri. The keyword searching also does not allow for truncation or near to searches. However, it does observe Boolean operators, the AND, or the OR. But don't trust the NOT, because it does not work, pun intended. The search language is natural language and it's subject and title specific. For example, I can search for history or the Constitution, but I could not search by authors such as Thomas Jefferson, because I will not receive any results. And also, unlike our scholarly databases, there's no way to export my tools to any email, but things will always stay in the My Center option, where the tools will remain until I choose to delete them, or my ID or library card becomes invalid. So let's just take a moment to recap what we have here. Learning Express Library. Here again we have just everything that we've already covered, what is offered in the database. And at a quick glance, we can see an easy interface, a large database of free information. Simple keyword searches are offered with help contact information. We have a couple of Boolean operators that we can use, and it's natural language search. However, the cons are there's no truncation allowed or near to search assistance, there's no thesauri assistance, there's only subject and title queries allowed, and there's no search history or advanced searching, and there's not much difference in any of this between a novice or an expert user. You can see it's fairly easy to manipulate. So in essence, Learning Express Library is a great one-stop shop for the interested learner. It may not possess every convenience, but it's certainly a great free tool. So thank you for watching.